This week, we're going to take an updated look at the ongoing weather market that's taking place in Argentina as well as Brazil. We're also going to take a look at an uptick in U.S. unshipped export sales of soybeans and wrap things up looking at long-term trends in November soybean futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We've moved into the last few days of January here, and this soybean market remains historically volatile. Let's get right to it and talk about the ongoing weather market that's taking place in South America. We're going to start out looking at where those soybeans are produced in Argentina. Now in Argentina, we're looking at four key provinces here: Buenos Aires, Cordoba, Santa Fe, and Santiago del Estero. About 80 to 85% of the beans are produced in those provinces. A key time period here is those soybeans are going through the blooming stage. Let's take a look at the short-term forecast. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-storm weather. Now we're starting out here looking at a pattern change, and that's been reflected in the volatility in the futures market. The pattern change is being wetter. Look at that 1 to 3 inches in that pink area across some of those key growing areas. Again, these beans aren't in the pod set or pod fill stage, but it's definitely worth noting that it's a change from that drier pattern we saw throughout all the last stages of 2022 into early 23. Let's quantify that over the next 2 weeks here, looking at a lot of those regions that we just highlighted being close to normal in terms of precip. Now, we're not going to make a bean crop in Argentina in January, but February will be a critical month to monitor. Let's now shift gears and focus on Brazil. Let's look at where those soybeans are produced in Brazil. We're looking at a number of key states here from the north to south: Mato Grosso, Goiás, Bahia, Minas Gerais, Paraná, Rio Grande do Sul, and Mato Grosso do Sul. A note here is that there actually harvest is taking place in Mato Grosso, and we're actually still in the early vegetative state in Rio Grande do Sul. So just to give you a perspective of the divergence in terms of the crop maturity. Let's now take a look at the short-term weather trends for Brazil. Now here we're looking at a very interesting pattern here. All across that green area here, we're looking at a stormy pattern over the next 2 weeks. Quantifying that a bit, maybe 3 3/4 inch to 5.5 inches of rain over the next 2 weeks. And why is that important? Well, because as I mentioned a moment ago, some of those areas are in the early stages of harvest and they are being delayed by this rainfall. Let's quantify that a bit. Notice here in that light green to darker green area as we move further east, that's some heavy rain. Now, again, Mato Grosso may be the key state that is harvesting at the moment, close to normal amounts of precip. Now, why is that important precip in Brazil? Because if they delay the harvest in Brazil due to excess rain, perhaps that'll boost the U.S. corn export or U.S. soybean export sales. Let's take a look at the unshipped book for U.S. soybean export sales. And we are seeing this now as you near the end of January. The U.S. soybean export sales are rising. It appears that end users are concerned about that ongoing wet weather pattern in Brazil in terms of delaying the harvest. Now here's the key question. Are cancellations of U.S. bean sales forthcoming, i.e. will the end user realize that the Brazil beans will come off in time and not need the U.S. beans, or will we see a larger export window for U.S. beans and eventually a smaller carryout? Let's wrap things up this week looking briefly at trends in November soybean futures. Now, beans have really backed off here. They were trading over $14 a bushel there a few weeks ago, down to about $13.40 a bushel here. However, I'd remind you that that's still $2.70 above the 5-year average for this time of year, and we still have 5 weeks to go before that crop insurance price is set. Strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to defend your balance sheet. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an upload. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.